what's going on with Bone Shiba swap. So smash that like button. So we are seeing some updates for Bone. And there's one issue I see with Bone. It's getting pumped and dumped by whales. And I'm going to be talking what exactly is the issue with Bone and why it might see further improvements in that sense. But Bone, it does have potential. I do think it has potential to be one of those big cryptos in that sense. So I am definitely excited for it. But in the future, we need to see what happens with Bone in that aspect. So that's a pretty cool thing I will be seeing for Bone. I am definitely excited for Bone as well. Like, it does have potential in that sense. But where is it going to be in the near future? Now, that's something I've also been wondering. And for that, I do think Bone does have like cool stuff planned from the Shiba Inu community. There's one big difference for Bone though, and that is, very simply put, that the community itself is strong. The project, however, is very much based on hype. In my honest opinion, like if there's a project for Shiba Inu, that's where Bone really thrives. It was never meant as a single token, yet it's one of the most popular tokens, number 188 listing. I said I will buy Bone when it's like 50 cents. It used to be like even 32 cents. I don't think it's going to drop below 50 cents or something must have happened because they always use Bones for projects. The issue here, however, is though that there's like ton of potential for Bone, but the developers, they don't really know how to like use it, and that for a good reason. Like, I'm not blaming the developers or anything. I just think that Bone doesn't have that much of utility to see like the same price rises as Shiba Inu, and the developers said it's meant to be as a complementary token. It's meant to be used in transactions. It's meant to be used like as a DAO. So SHIB is like the main token out there, and Bone is just like a side token. So they also have Leash, which they're not really gonna be focusing on. It's just a smaller project, you know. So let's take a look at Leash. Leash is like $330. Used to be 3K. And they stopped using Leash as much, you know. And that's why really Leash didn't go up as much. But that's fine too, you know. It's just crypto being crypto. And I'm not too worried about that, really. Not too concerned in that sense. I do think the crypto markets can improve in the following days. But I also think that we could be seeing some sort of more gains coming from that. Like, Bone is under big pressure, Leash is under big pressure because they don't have a lot of happening except on these cycles. And this is exactly what you can see. Like, a lot of people sell their Bone right after. They have no reason to keep it. They don't have any like extra advantages. And I'm just being realistic here. I think it's a great project, but there's no point of holding Bone for a lot of people. So the only reason they hold it is because for a project they have or some master plan they have. That's the big difference I'm seeing right now. And they don't really want to, you know, keep that. They don't really want to keep the Bone they have. Not the worst, not the best. Right now, I don't think it will drop more. Leash, however, really saw a downtrend. I was even holding some Leash. And I think the Shiba Inu community is just focusing. Like, this is when Shiba Swap released. I think the Shiba Inu community right now is just focusing on the SHIB token and the SHIB project itself right now. And maybe that's rightfully so, you know. Until next time, peace everyone. There's a lot of uncertainty about Ethereum, one of the biggest projects so far, and people are saying Ethereum is gonna crash. And here's why I think Ethereum won't crash for that aspect. Ethereum has been seeing a lot of strong gains in the following last few days. The big difference with Ethereum and other tokens is that Ethereum was early. Ethereum was here first, and it's basically, you know, the kid that is, you know, early to the playground, so he can play first, he can play in the sandbox first, and other kids are coming in, hey, you can't be playing here. we got here later. We got here back in 2023, 2022, 2020. And smash that like button if you haven't already, and I'll keep you guys up to date on exactly what I mean by this. Is Ethereum is the one that really survived all the bear markets. It survived like the 2019 bear market. Look at it, was $180, $170. So that's something that crypto was, seeing at the time. Crypto was seeing massive history drops. People at the late of 2020 saw crypto rising, and a lot of people basically late 2020, they made 10x gains. They made tons of gains now, and crypto is really here to stay during all these times, all these winter periods. I'm definitely staying in crypto for long term, and I'm not too worried about that. But is Ethereum gonna go down compared to other blockchains? That's the big question today. I do feel a lot of people are very concerned about Ethereum fading away because they say Cardano, Solana is catching up, for example, but not really, because it's still 10 times smaller than any other project. And people are saying AVAX is catching up. The issue with AVAX is it has no community at all. It has a very small community. It's not that it doesn't have a community. It's just that the community just isn't there. It's a small community. And that's the difference I see right now with these projects. They're not terrible in a sense, but there's definitely a lot of room for potential. And Ethereum network upgrade is going to be scalable in 5 years, they said. So they need time. Like all these big project developments. Imagine if they rush something and someone found a node or a bug to mint like, I don't know, 500 million or something of crypto. It would not be a good look, right? It would definitely not be a good look, and nobody likes that. Nobody really likes to see that crypto is going down and everything like that. So everybody likes to see a success story, really. And that's exactly what's going to be happening in crypto in the next few days. Ethereum is going to survive. And if you want to get started trading, by the way, Bybit link in the description below. I'll keep you guys updated with more news. And that being said, does seem like crypto isn't going anywhere away anytime soon. Does seem like crypto is staying in the following days, and it's exactly as we wanted to see, right? So that's one development further, one good path forward that I needed to see for crypto overall, and that I'm excited to see. But what do you guys think about crypto right now? I do think Ethereum is going to be staying in these bear markets, bull markets. I don't think we're ever going to be seeing Ethereum at $200, except if like USDT falls or crashes. That's the only reason. That's the only reasoning where I can see Ethereum crash so much. And I would be definitely worried if that happened in that sense. So that being said, I do think crypto will see a lot of growth in the following days, in the following future. And it will improve, basically. It will improve in that sense. So if you guys want to be kept up to date, you know what to do. Smash that like button. And subscribe for more content like this also, because I do make a lot of crypto content overall. So if that's something you're interested in, that's, Ethereum here to stay in the following bull runs. Ethereum is always going to stay. It's not going to be overtaken by a blockchain. And I'm not saying these blockchains, they're really small. Tron, it's only 10 billion. It's like 27 times smaller. It's 27 times smaller than all other cryptos. But that's not a bad thing necessarily, right? So that's the difference. It's not necessarily really that bad. And they do have room for growth, and they are taking the market share of the crypto overall. But I do think there's room for improvement. There's room for potential here. And that's exactly what we're going to be seeing in the following days. So if you guys want to be kept up to date with more crypto content, smash that like button. I'll keep you guys updated with more news. So peace, everyone. Hedera is one of those sleeping bears. Like the millionaire who drive a truck and not a Lambo just because it ain't sexy pump, but it's a real deal in the long run. So this is a great analogy. Seems like crypto in a sense. It's gonna see improvements and it's gonna see like downturns exactly. But the reason why I'm bullish on this one is, well, very well, because crypto does have potential. It does have tons of potential, in a sense that Hedera, which is not the prettiest, it's not a prettiest token, it's not the 100x gains coin, but what is exciting about it is really it does have opportunities, and that's what's really exciting to me about it. Hedera, is it gonna be the best coin? I don't know, probably, maybe. But what I do know is that Hedera or HBAR, for example, in the last 15%, saw 15% gains. Last 1 year, 50% gains. It's still far off from 40 cents, but the utility, the project behind it, that's one great thing a lot of people don't talk about or don't want to talk about for some reason, that I'm seeing right now. Like, that's something that's pretty crazy to me. People don't talk about this project at all. Like, there's a community, there's a diehard community, and there's diehard technology behind it. But why they don't talk like about Hedera? Because it's not like one of those flashy tokens. It's more about development. It's more about like what it can provide for the community. And I think that's a big difference for like a lot of these projects on the long term on where crypto is going. So that's my opinion, though. That's how I think crypto is right now. The long term, it might be seeing more growth, though. That's something I'm excited for. So that's a pretty cool idea overall. But for the short term, I'm not too sure where it's going, because Hedera gets small bumps every single bull run and then slowly starts going back up. So that's one advantage it has. And I'll keep you guys updated with more news. Until next time, peace everyone.